Hello fellow YouTubers, I'm here to spoil Extreme Rules for you. So, buckle up. Anyway, we're going to start with the pre-show match, which is Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. I don't see any reason Dolph Ziggler should win, especially being as they gave him the win at Payback. So, fully expect Baron Corbin to win this pretty dominantly. That's my guess. Now, we have the Usos versus the Club. Realistically, this match could go either way, but I see it going to the Club, and I'll explain more about why later, so just bear with me. We also have Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho in the Asylum match. This match, maybe I'll keep being that guy and say Chris Jericho is going to win every match, because who knows. But, realistically, it's the first Asylum match. It's going to be a specialty match of Dean Ambrose. Ambrose pretty much has to win, but at the same point, I fully expect him to lose, because, realistically, Dean Ambrose, he's a loser. And I don't say that as an insult towards Dean Ambrose or any of his fans, but that's how the WWE views him. So, Dean Ambrose is a loser, and Chris Jericho's been winning a lot of matches he really shouldn't. So, I could really see this match ending with Jericho being laid out and somebody interfering to cost Ambrose the match. And I'm just gonna throw a name out there, and y'all guys are gonna look at me and be like, he's crazy. Mudlup is crazy. He has no idea what's going on. But I'm gonna go with Baron Corbin to interfere. I don't know how he would interfere, but that's what I'm seeing happening. So I'm putting my money on Chris Jericho. We have The Miz versus Kevin Owens versus Cesaro versus Sami Zayn. This is probably the only match on the card that I legitimately think could go in any direction. Now, I think the WWE is building towards something with Cesaro. So, Cesaro might win it just to build him up a little bit, because his match is going to be pretty big. Kevin Owens really was doing good things with the belt, I guess. So I could see why people would think he would win. The Miz has been a really good IC champion. He always is. He hasn't held the belt for that long this time, though. So they might let him win because, his back's against the wall. And then Sami Zayn could win because, realistically, he keeps losing. And he needs a big win. And giving him the IC title could be that. But I don't think it'd do anything good for the title, being as Sami Zayn keeps losing. So if I was going to put money on this match, and here's what I'll do. I'll put all four of them in order of who I think will win, most likely to least likely. I have The Miz. I know you guys aren't going to be happy about that decision, but realistically, you can still have The Miz and Cesaro feud over the IC belt. They haven't really had their feud yet, so that could still happen. And then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn don't need the belt. And realistically, it won't really help their feud, so why give it to one of them? So I have The Miz. I'll say he has 40% chance. Then I have Sami Zayn, and because I really think he needs a victory at some point. But will it come tonight at Extreme Rules? I don't really think so. But this would be the proper time. But you never know. He's been on the main roster for a year now. So, has he won on pay-per-view at all? Granted, I think this is only a second pay-per-view match. So I'll give Sami Zayn 30% chance. Then I have Kevin Owens, because it's Kevin Owens, and realistically, they gave him a dominant victory over Sami Zayn. So I could really see them trying to build him up. I don't know what they're building him up for, who knows, but they might be. I'll give Kevin Owens a 20% chance, and then that'll leave the last 10% for Cesaro. And realistically, I would prefer if Cesaro won. It would be like Miz Cesaro, and then I don't care about the other two in this situation. But I don't think it'll happen. And this is another instance of like a Dean Ambrose or a Dolph Ziggler kind of thing, where Cesaro usually looks really good in defeat. And with the hardcore fans behind him, and the casual fans they're just like behind a move, realistically, I don't see why they would give him the victory here. He was U.S. champion, did nothing for the belt at all. So, I'm picking The Miz to win this. Yeah, it's a fatal four-way, so it's not elimination style. So I could really see The Miz just getting a sneaky roll-up on, I guess it would have to be Sami Zayn. Probably with, like, Maurice's interference. So that's how I'm predicting it going down. Then we have Kalisto versus Rusev. I keep picking against Kalisto, and it keeps going really poorly for me. So I'm going to pick Kalisto here for a few reasons. For one, okay, Rusev shouldn't be going back to the U.S. belt right now. I know he needs to be rebuilt, but Rusev would make a better opponent for Roman Reigns at this point, I think. So if you give him the U.S. title, you're just setting up for maybe a Cena-Rusev match again. So I predict Kalisto winning this. I guess there really isn't any way for Rusev to lose dirty. So, but I guess it's whatever. Kalisto wins, and then Rusev can either, bump up the card a little bit in a few months, or maybe he'll be the one who interferes and costs Dean Ambrose, because that could be a decent feud. But I don't really see Rusev winning this, because it doesn't really help the company at all. Cena's coming back. Cena will either be in the main event, which I don't think he will be until SummerSlam, or he'll be fighting for the U.S. title, in which point we've seen Cena-Rusev. We haven't seen Cena-Kalisto. And being as the way they're booking Roman Reigns, I could really see them doing this with Cena, where they keep booking Cena against these tweeners, faces, so that way the crowd's kind of like, because if Cena's getting more mixed reactions, it won't really matter. We have Charlotte versus Natalya. Charlotte's winning this. It's kind of a waste of time to even look at. We have The New Day versus the Vaudevillains. I really think New Day is winning this. The only way I could see the New Day losing the tag belts at this point is SummerSlam this year against Enzo and Cass. I mean, I could be horribly wrong. Odds are I probably am. But realistically, it would make the most sense. Because Enzo and Cass have, the most momentum in the tag division. The Vaudevillains, they're not getting over. The Dudleys don't really need the belts. I mean, you just had them get smashed by Cass. So, if you wait until SummerSlam, you could have Enzo and Cass, get the victory. They could probably do a clean, dominant victory. And it'll be a nice, match for SummerSlam. And then, maybe at the next pay-per-view, I don't remember the next pay-per-view is, the September pay-per-view, you could have a rematch where the New Day loses again. Maybe the first match will be a little unclean, this one will be clean. And then at this point you can start building towards the New Day breakup. Because I don't see the New Day making it out of this year. I don't. And it would make the most sense, I think, to do it around September. Because you have more time to get everybody back from injuries, build other people up, and at this point a bunch of tag teams should be established. Now, there's 8 matches on the card right now. One of them's on the pre-show. So I'm thinking we're going to get a Golden Truth versus Fandango and Tyler Breeze match. And at which point, the normal person in me would say Golden Truth, but the cynic in me would say Fandang Breeze. Because that's what they've been doing with the storyline. They've been having R-Truth and Goldust lose. So, I don't know. I guess I'd put my money on Golden Truth because they got to win somewhere. But anyway, that brings us to the main event. Now, you guys thinking AJ Styles is going to win. Okay? And I completely get why you're thinking that. And it would make sense. And it would be like the last chance they have to let him win. But he's going to lose. Now, my reasoning. Okay. For one, he's a TNA guy. Look what happened to Sting. That should be enough reasoning. Two, Roman Reigns is on his third world title reign. His first one lasted, what, like a minute? His second one lasted, what, like a month? This is going to be his long title reign, guys. AJ Styles is just there to make him look good. Three, the storyline hasn't really been so much AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns. The storyline has been the club versus the bloodline. So realistically, they're doing that because Roman Reigns is going to win. Like, here's how I picture the match going down, okay? It's an Extreme Rules match. So you're going to have lots of shenanigans, there's going to be lots of things going on. They might even make the storyline of the match at the beginning being that AJ Styles wants to win this clean. That might very well be the storyline. This might be a really boring Extreme Rules match. But none of that will matter until the last, 2 minutes. Now, this is when, as promised, the club gets involved. And just like I said for Payback, we're going to have AJ Styles going, no, get out of here. I got to win this clean. Then you're going to have the Usos come out. So you're going to have the Usos in the club brawling it out outside of the ring. And this is why I said that realistically the club's going to win the first match. Because, for one, they've been losing on TV. And two, they need to look dominant for this end segment. So you're going to have the club, barely beating back the Usos. And at this point, Roman Reigns, being as the storyline's been, will AJ use the chair? Will AJ use the help of the club? Roman Reigns is going to take advantage of this. And I know it makes no sense because AJ Styles should be the veteran who knows to keep his eye on the opponent. But he won't. Roman Reigns is going to hit him with a Superman punch or maybe a steel chair or something. They've been loving that steel chair symbolism. And then a spear. And the club's going to not realize because they're going to be too busy with the Usos. And we're going to have, yet again, Roman Reigns retaining. Then the club's going to come in. They're going to beat him down. And I fully expect that AJ Styles will join in this time. They'll probably put the Usos through a table or something. Maybe the Dudleys will come out. Maybe. I'm throwing that out. Forget about the Dudleys. They're going to throw the Usos through tables. They're going to beat them down. And this is going to be to fully establish the club as a thing. No Finn Balor, I don't know how to pronounce it. No AJ Styles World Champion. It's going to be Roman Reigns basically sneaking a win. But it's going to be a clean win, too. That's how I picture it going down. But anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all know the drill. Also, I want to bring up, I'm hopefully starting a series where I review every single WWE pay-per-view. There's over 300 of them. So before I start, I want over 50 subscribers. I want to know if this will get viewed. So if you have any thoughts towards this, comment with them. Share the channel with your friends so that way I can get started on that series. But anyway, I'm out. Thanks for watching. Peace out, home skillets.